Hello, everybody. This is Boxing Bros UK. I'm his Chris. This is my co-host, Andrew, the Boxing Brain.
Hi, Chris. Hi, guys.
And today's topic is going to be, it's just because of what happened over this weekend with Gerard Anderson getting knocked out by Bacoli, the state of heavyweight boxing in the USA. So we're talking about American fighters, not Mexican-American like Andy Ruiz. He's not really American. He is American, but he's Mexican. Do you know what I mean? We're talking about USA fighters, people like Gerard Anderson, Michael Hunter, Trevor Bryant, you know, them kind of guys. We're not including Trevor Bryant in it, but I'll just give you an example. Born and raised Americans, you know?
Yeah.
No one with dual nationality.
And
claiming Mexico, America, Spanish, this, you know. Take it away, Andrew.
Yeah. So, where do we start in the conversation at in the kind of current state of the American heavyweights? Like, I don't even know where to begin. You have to go a long way back, don't you? Before Wilder got the WBC belt, and even that's a conversation in itself about how he got that belt and what every time he's kind of fought anyone in the top 10 remotely elite, he's found wanting. And you just kind of look at the fight, and but was Anderson exposed against Bacoli? Obviously, he's young. I heard sort of Malignaggi talking about, look, I think he's probably hit his ceiling. That's kind of where he is. As he got the desire, and you look at, you know, obviously Miller's put himself on the map again, but he's no spring chicken. Then you got Michael Hunter, obviously done a little video on that yesterday. That's a conversation in itself. And then you got the likes of Jermaine Franklin. You know, he's half decent. Gave Dillian Whyte and AJ a decent fight, but he's not going to light up the division. And then you've got all these kind of potential, you know, some of these might even be dual nationality, Chris, like not even fully American, you know, Cassius Chaney, who fought Michael Hunter last, you know, Guidry, Cusimano, all those guys. There's slim pickings is what I'm trying to get at here.
Really, really slim pickings. And it's really sad to see, to be honest. And I don't know how it's got like that. And Cassius Chaney, he's been around for a while, though, because I remember, but he's been more of a sparring partner, because he used to be a sparring partner for Tyson Fury for the Klitschko fight, the first Klitschko fight. He was his sparring partner. That one off.
Been around a bit.
So that tells you how long he's been a pro for, and he hasn't really done anything. And he was a hot prospect back then. If you think about it, the main ones who've got a shot at maybe challenging for a world title at best, I don't believe, in my opinion, that they got a chance to win it. We'll start with Jarrell Miller. I got some visual aids of their resume. Here we go. Let's see if I can find it. So, nope, not that one. Not that one. There we go. So
yes.
So this is Jarrell Miller's box record. These are his recent fights. Yeah.
I'm
Andy
just looking
Ruiz,
at myself.
He did win it. But I believe he won it. Everyone thought he won it, but on paper it's a draw. A loss to Dubois, a TKO of Lucas Brown. Wasn't the best, but he was on the comeback trail. Fought someone called Derek Condanis, who's lost 9 and won 8. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was
not great.
Not
Stay
great.
ready fight, that one.
Yeah, that was a gimmick fight and a comeback fight.
Yeah.
So that's his resume so far. And it's not the best.
Dandino, Marcus Wack a few years ago, he was a bit better. But Gerald Washington, who's been one of those guys that sort of used to kind of keep people fit in the ring, and let's be honest, George. He's another American heavyweight. Gerald Washington. That's another one. Fucking hell. There's another one.
American football running shoes, mate. That's what he's got.
Yeah,
He runs around the ring.
fit guy, you know, always in shape. Gerald Washington looks good, but as a fighter, very lacking in a lot of areas. Very lacking, and it's just the thing is, Chris, isn't it? It's just I find it very surprising what sort of happened over there. Is it they're not as interested in boxing out there? Obviously, that we've spoke about this before, but
and there's no prospects coming through either.
no,
have you seen
not
any
really.
Americans looking good, like they're going to win any medals in the Olympics?
And
at heavyweight,
I think this
not
is
any other weight class. At heavyweight, there is none.
This is why they
All Europeans dominating heavyweights at the moment.
They've put so many hopes on Anderson, and he was almost doomed to fail because you can see him. He's chatting to Roy Jones Jr. and he's talking about pressure. And Roy Jones Jr. is giving him a little dad man talk, little pep talk. And you can see, I wish I'd seen that before, but I'd have said 100% Bacoli's winning this. I was already 90% sure Bacoli was going to win. But after seeing that little video I saw the other day, and I thought, oh my God, he looks like the whole of America's on his shoulders. And he almost kind of fought like that as well against Bacoli. Like, it was very game, tried, but just
can't take the pressure.
buckled.
Well, we'll look at Anderson's CV next then, shall we? So,
actually, this will be good to look at.
Anderson, like, because the writing's a bit small for me, so I'm going to have a look on my other phone. That's why you peruse that.
Oh, well, that's good. You've got the other phone now, so you can cross-reference. I like that.
Yeah.
Charles Martin, obviously, obviously Merry and Rudenko were kind of stay busy fights. Then before that, Arias, who's, no great shakes. Jerry Forrest, as we know. I mean,
What,
then
did he fight Jerry Forrest?
Yeah, he fought Jerry Forrest. Yeah. I mean, Jerry Forrest has fought everybody.
Yeah, Jerry Forrest is a journeyman who's game, and he always tries to win. And if he gets a sniff of any success, he'll take it to the wire because he's
all right, Forrest,
Yeah, he had a draw with Zhang. Don't forget, he had a draw with Hunter.
He got put down 3 times against Zhang as well.
Yeah, so he's got a heart, but it's just.
Yeah. Again, like when you look at that, just while we stay on this here, Chris, and while you're doing cross-referencing, if you look at his box rec there, and we were aware of it anyway, he's gone from that. All right, Charles Martin, but Charles Martin's not the biggest puncher. He wouldn't have had his. I mean, he did get hurt once or twice in that fight. He's gone from that to Martin Bacoli. I mean, that's a madness.
It's too much. It was too much. This is why I cannot agree and say, oh, he's finished. He can't. That was bad matchmaking. That was really bad matchmaking. He was not ready. He was not ready for that. Martin Bacoli. We all said it, didn't we? We in the UK, we all said.
Yeah, we all knew.
We laughed. When that fight got made, I laughed. I thought, he's going to get himself knocked out. It's way too soon. You can't go from fighting, I walk this earth like a god, Charles Martin. I'm struggling with him. Going the distance. Yeah.
Toe to toe.
Going life and death with Charles Martin. And then you're going. And then you're fighting. Who did he fight after that? Rudenko. Who's just a forward
player. He's okay.
You stopped him in 5 rounds, but someone like that, it's not even about the performance. It's about showcasing, practicing. See, like when Tyson Fury was getting ready to fight Vladimir Klitschko, he had a fight with Derek Chisora. And you know what he did? He practiced his game plan that he was using on Klitschko of sticking, moving, not getting hit. And obviously, they threw the towel in because Chisora, the second fight, couldn't land a glove on him. You're supposed to be learning things and practicing them in your fights. And Anderson hasn't been doing that. He's just been I don't believe he's had a game plan for any fighter that he's fought. I think he just goes in there and figures it out when he's in there. You can't be doing that.
He ain't fucking learning either, Chris. I went back and looked at some of his other, some of the fights, some highlight reels and a couple of the longer ones. He doesn't seem to be learning camp to camp either. Compare him to a prospect we've got in Dubois, right? Dubois had a couple of, was thrown in there against Joyce, and then he took the title fight against Usyk, but that's really kind of made him battle ready. You could argue whether he was ready or not for some of those fights, but similar age, right? Dubois is 26, right? They're about a similar age. If you put Anderson in with Dubois now, I reckon Dubois absolutely smokes him. Smokes him.
I think Anderson needs the right building fights.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe I don't know, a Joe Joyce, someone like that. I bet Joe Joyce gives him a hard night as well, to be honest with you.
He gets in there, he practices. So even though you can take a shot, you can do this, how about learn things in the gym and put them into practice in your fights? So that when you actually against someone where you actually have to use it, you can. Instead of just going through, trying to knock people out, not really using your defense. Because even if Joe Joyce is slow as molasses, but just still tight guard, roll with the shots. Make sure that you beat him and you don't let him land a glove on you. Don't get.
What about a few feints,
I'm just going to knock him out. You know?
Well, you know, a couple of feints here and there wouldn't go amiss either. Like, just try and show Bakoli, show him just try and get him thinking, at least get the other fighter thinking about what you're going to do.
Bakoli was walking through his punches, weren't he?
Oh, no effect whatsoever. No effect whatsoever.
But when someone's doing that, that means get on your bike, because he was having success. He did win a couple rounds, and when he was winning them rounds, when he got caught, instead of resetting, taking a step back, thinking, shit, I got caught, keep circling, he tried to swing it with Bakoli. He tried to have it with him.
No. Trading.
That's a bad idea.
Trading shots.
Yeah, but he's learned from that experience now. When someone hits a lot harder than you, don't stand there and trade with them.
And also, I just wanted to add on the back of what you're saying, because there was a really great sort of entertaining fight of the night and kind of stole the show for me. And again, because Bakoli's been in there, we all know about his sparring experience. He's had his learning fights. He had the difficulty against Hunter. He's come back, works hard in the gym, working on stuff. Good trainer in Billy Nelson, tucks himself away. And Gerald Anderson kept ducking, a bit like what Billy Saunders was doing against Canelo. And he kept ducking under the shots, kept ducking. And Bakoli had worked it out and then just came in with an uppercut about 2 or 3 times. And one of them nearly took Anderson's bloody head off. It was like he span his head around.
It was like an AJ Klitschko thing, weren't it?
But he kept doing it. And then Anderson did actually, it was interesting, I watched the breakdown, and then he did actually learn, right? And there was one time, instead of ducking under, he took a step back and Bakoli went for the uppercut again and he got out of the way. And I thought, bloody hell, you learned too late in the fight. You got to download this information quicker. But Bakoli just works him out quicker.
And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, and if obviously, it was Sugar Hill was only his coach for that camp, I think. So I think as well, have a team, work with your team. Now, lick your wounds, but now he needs to be in the gym. It's like Andre Ward said: when he's not fighting, he's in the gym sparring, practicing, learning, honing his craft. That's what he should be doing. With Sugar Hill.
He's not doing it though, is he? He doesn't seem to be doing it.
You know that he's not doing it because he just comes in the ring and does the fucking same thing. Puts his stupid fucking grill in, does his machine gun, like he's got machine gun hands. And he found out he's got a minigun. Yeah. And the big boys, the other heavyweights, they've got bazookas, mate.
That needs to be done as a short. That's the line there. He's coming in with a minigun. They're coming in with a fucking nuclear bomb.
So the heavyweight. So now, who's the last heavyweight, really? So you've got Anderson. Who did we speak about before? Anderson.
Obviously, Wilder was the last heavyweight American champion.
So you've got Miller. You've got Anderson, and then the other heavyweight hope is Michael Hunter.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
this is a big one for me, Michael Hunter. Such a talented guy. So he could have given any of the top guys a run for their money, not in size and power, but in terms of his movement, in terms of his skill,
Sorry, my
similar
cat
sort of
just decided
size.
to jump in the video.
Yeah, similar sort of size to Usyk. I think he's an inch or two shorter, but he's got. He did, yeah. I mean, he lost a wide scorecard to Usyk, but he did give him Usyk a few things to think about, shall we say. Obviously, beat Bacoli, as we know. Bacoli had a shoulder injury in that fight. We know that, but still got the job done. But the last few years of Michael Hunter's career have stagnated beyond belief. He ended up fighting out in Mexico against two randoms, then had an exhibition fight that, it was an exhibition because it didn't end up on BoxRec. Then he fights Cassius Chaney for the WBA gold belt because now they're introducing bloody gold, silver, and bronze Olympic belts in the boxing ranks now for some reason.
Well, this will tell you how far he's fallen down. Yeah. So first fight with Jerry Forrest, Michael Hunter. Yeah.
2014, wasn't it?
It was an 8-rounder. He won a unanimous decision. Yeah.
10 years ago, that was.
That's 2018. No, 2014. Yeah?
2014, yeah. 10 years ago.
Now, the same guy, Jerry Forrest, in 2021, he drew a split decision draw against the same guy.
Good point. Yeah.
Isn't that terrible? That is a terrible... that just shows how far he's fallen from grace.
I think this is the thing, and I didn't. You've actually brought up saying interested in Chris. I didn't bring a video yesterday. He has actually declined over the last few years because he apparently didn't look great out in Mexico. Was terrible in that exhibition. I don't think he was any great shakes against Cassius Chaney. He's probably declined, and I know people saying, he's the most avoided. He's been the most avoided fighter. He had a draw against Povetkin, draw against Jerry Forrest. I think he's the wheels have come off to a degree, and I think that's also been part of the problem. And maybe they've looked at him and thought he ain't the same fighter. I mean, maybe there's something in that.
What he's got to do is. This is the only way that he can get back into the mix. He's got to beat Martin Bacoli because he's not getting any younger. He's beaten before. He needs to look at that fight and he needs to look at Martin Bacoli, obviously, and he needs to really concentrate, sit down. But the only problem is, do you know what else Michael Hunter, when he declined? His trainer. When he left Hasim Rahman, that's when he started to go down the pan. I don't know what happened with their relationship. Because obviously Hasim Rahman's a respectful geezer, it seems to me. Former world champion, knocked out Lennox Lewis, lost in the rematch. But when he was training Michael Hunter, he was brilliant. He was the boogeyman then. No one wanted to fight him. Because I believe he beat Povetkin. And he beat Bacoli. He was on a run. He was doing well. Then he left Hasim Rahman. He didn't take his mandatory. He didn't fight a final eliminator against Hrgovic, which he probably could have won. In hindsight, obviously in Hrgovic's performance against Dubois.
He was supposed to fight Hughie Fury 3 times as well, and it fell through every time.
Yeah, but I think that was Hughie Fury missed the fucking sick note.
It was. But what I mean is, those fights would have kept that kind of would have kept the momentum going. So it's just a bit unfortunate as well for him. Yeah,
he needs whoever's training. If I was him, I'd beg Hasim Rahman to train him again. Whatever's gone on, I'd beg him to. I'd have a. And he's been in shape and he's been fighting. And I'd say, let's get into camp. Let's beat Bacoli again, me and you, like we did last time. I think that will give him a confidence boost. And if he can't beat Bacoli, he's finished for me. If he can't beat Bacoli, that's it, he's done.
Because maybe he's got Bacoli's number. And I think the problem is, and I mentioned this yesterday, Bacoli doesn't need to take the fight. That's the problem.
Yeah,
He don't need to.
But he wants
He can
it.
go on because I'm sure, he's a fighter, isn't he? And I'm sure I'm putting myself in his shoes. He wants to. Fighters like to avenge their defeats if they can. So I understand that, but he doesn't need to take it. Michael Hunter needs to fight more than what Martin Bacoli needs it.
Yeah, of course.
But you're right. If he takes the Bacoli fight and wins that, well, he's back in the top 10 mix, isn't he?
Everyone's buzzing about Bacoli now, so he needs Hasim Rahman in my eyes, or whoever's been training him now is not doing a good job. I don't know what his coach situation is because his career's not really been worth a wank. Really, I've not been interested in anyone who's been fighting or what
management team, promotion. Yeah, he's promotable, isn't he? He's promotable.
Yeah, so he needs to get back with a good coach. If you don't get back with Hasim Rahman, get with a proper coach and get yourself sorted and try and get back what you was.
Also, Chris, he's 36 now as well. He's just turned 36, I believe. Like he's no spring chicken.
This is what I mean.
2 years to rebuild his career is 38. And what are his main attributes as a fighter? Right, movement, speed. Right, and that and as well as I do, the feet start to slow down. The power's the last thing to go.
That's what he relied on, the movement.
So the movement's going to start to slow a little bit. He'll then maybe start taking a couple more shots than he would like, right? And then you kind of look at it and go, Father Time is undefeated, as we always say. And too little, too late for Michael Hunter. Is that what we're concluding with here?
If he gets a Bacoli rematch, he's got to do it, or he's got to take a big fight because he's been match fit. He's been ticking over. He's been having these easy matches, not looking the best. Now he needs to knuckle down, have a really good camp, and fight a big name.
Yeah.
And obviously, where he's not been looking good, these big names will fight him. If I was Jared Anderson, if I was Jared Anderson for a comeback fight, I'd fight Michael Hunter because I do think he's on the decline, and I think Jared Anderson's got the youth and speed to beat him, and he doesn't hit that hard, but he just needs to switch on.
Not a bad fight for Jared. I tell you what, All American dust up, Las Vegas. Yeah. That could be very marketable and promotable. Perhaps we'll. I'd
love to watch that. It'd be a good fight for both. And the winner,
that's not a bad shout.
In the mix.
Yeah.
So,
not a bad shout at all.
Just to conclude, so we've done a little evaluation of the three top heavyweights in America. If you know any prospects that are coming through that he's one to watch, heavyweights, mind you, that's going to save the USA heavyweight division, let us know. And if anyone can let us know or give us any opinions on what happened to the heavyweight division in the USA. Why is it's just gone down a pan, big style. Like before Wilder, they never had any champions. I think Shannon Briggs was the last champ before Wilder in the 90s.
Yeah.
We all know what happened to him. Lennox Lewis.
Shannon the Cannon. Yeah. Shannon the Cannon. The thing is, as well, just I suppose as we're sort of wrapping this video up, in the blue collar division, in the kind of everyone loves the heavyweights as well. It's like fucking hell. How can America, outside of Wilder now, not have 2, 3? You look in the UK, we got Dubois, we got we got Fury there, we got AJ still there, you got Dillian White still there, you got Chisora still there, you got Joe Joyce just on the periphery.
You've got Moses Atoma coming through.
Moses Atoma, Big Johnny Bosh Fisher coming from, right? Got all these exciting, Fabio Wardley, Fraser Clark, Olympic medalist. Right, our list to go on. We'd go on for another half hour, so I'll shut up. But what's going on? What's going on, America? Sort it out.
Because we don't live in America, right? We're not criticising. If any
we
Americans watch this video, if you know any fighters for us to look out for and watch, I would love some names. Drop it in the comment section so we can check it out. and we could start watching them because obviously I love American boxing and I like the banter and the competition. So it'd be nice if America could get back into the heavyweight position division, because now it's just like the best heavyweights are in the top 15, top 20. If that, I mean, ain't looking
Jermaine Franklin. You know, Jermaine Franklin, people like that. And the thing is, and this is the thing, we're saying this because we're passionate in wanting American heavyweights, because one, it's good for the division and it's good for and two, the UK America kind of cross-Atlantic battle. You know, Tyson versus Lennox Lewis. You know, all these. You know, Frank Bruno, all these guys. Right, that cross-Atlantic. The respect American UK have for each other, and unfortunately, and this is a little bit of fun against any American viewers watching, is that we're absolutely smashing your fighters to bits. Like, so come on,
though.
You know, let's have it.
And I do love the big fights in Vegas as well. Staying up till 4 in the morning with the heavyweights, you know,
the glamour, the glitz. The pizzazz, Chris. All the celebrities come out. Everyone's out. You know, it's fantastic.
Want to see it? All right. That's it from us. Please like and subscribe and leave relevant comments in the comment section, please, because we really want to hear from you USA fans.
Yes. Perhaps we're missing someone. Cheers.
Bye-bye. Oh.